Hi, fellow traders. Hope everybody had a good day today. Pretty slow in chat for me. I didn't really have any really strong setups. Things just took forever to develop, and just didn't have a strong day today. And I guess I can expect it. I had a pretty decent 2 weeks. Yesterday was the first red day I had this month, and today was pretty slow. Some good setups just did not, follow through for me. So, but that's the name of the game. That's just the way it is in trading, and you have to accept it. As long as you can make money, make your daily goal. Some days you're gonna have to work harder than others, and that's just the way it is. Um, I'm still working on trying to get this ticker TV deal set up. I think I know what I did wrong. I'm gonna have to reconfigure something, and we'll try to broadcast on it tomorrow around 7 o'clock. So just kind of keep your eye out for that. I'll send out a tweet and try to let everybody know so that if something's not going right, I can get some live feedback and kind of work it from there. Today, didn't have a watch list or a scan full of buyouts today. Did have some pretty good tickers to choose from. DNR was my favorite because of the way it traded pre-market. It sold off to this level and it bounced. And I was looking for a short from VWAP from the start. And this candle it opened, it got bought right up to VWAP. It hit this and started to turn on me. So I went ahead and got short here, 95.49ish. VWAP was about 10 cents away, and I could give it some room to kind of pop over it if it needed to test it or whatever. But I didn't think it was going to retest it. I was looking for the quick move down to this level, and I was expecting it to lose this. I did not expect it to bounce off of this to where it would be a good long opportunity. So I didn't even mention it, and because it was not really in my plan. My plan was to take profit here like I did right here at this level, and then take it on down. But this it just wasn't it just would not um turn loose of this 95 level. And it just kind of hung around it. And you can tell, like I said, when you get tickers that have these long wicks at the top and the bottom, you know you've got some manipulation going on. Or it may not be manipulation, but you've got some, big funds trading against each other. And, that's what it looks like. This is a battle. And, between people that are short and people that are long. And, that's what you see here. But I got out when it got back up to the 9 moving average. It reclaimed the 9, so I took it off. I really could have held it and let it test this. And really, there was no reason for me to get out because it was never really a winning trade. Never turned into a winner because it never really lost this level until we got here. And I could have used the VWAP this whole time because of my entry. And VWAP was coming down. See, right now it was below my entry. And I could have been continuing to use this as my stop and taking profit and getting the move that I wanted. But just got frustrated. I'm at the point where it just feels like every stock I pick is the one that's the most heavily manipulated that day. And you could see when this thing tried to push below the 80s, it would just get bought right back up. I mean, they just would not let this stock go. And then eventually, they ran out of steam, and it still took a while. excuse me, before it got down to 94. It took all day, pretty much. You can see it just kept fading. 93.35 was a low. This was a home run hit for me. And I'm picking these stocks. They are in play. As you can see, they are in play. They're making the moves. They have the range. But in this case, I let my emotions get the best of me because of what's happened yesterday, and what happened one day last week. So, and this is a product of just letting your emotions get the best of you and not staying locked in the trade, and making sure that you understand what's happening technically to this stock, and make sure you're watching the price action. I mean, there's a 20 coming in, crossing the VWAP. I mean, that is just a sign of weakness. And there was no reason for me, with the experience I have, not to be able to see that, other than my emotions had clouded my judgment at this point. And this is a good, one of the biggest reasons why I go back and reflect on my trades, and I talk through them in these videos, because I can see exactly what I did. I can feel the feelings and the emotions that I had in this trade right now as I'm talking to you. And I can tell you what I did wrong. So you can see exactly what I gave up. From 95.50 to 93, say 93.50. 2 points off of this. 800 shares at 2 points. It doesn't take a genius to figure out, that's $1,600. So, that's what the deal was on DLR. My trade out of the gate. This was the one I loved. It just didn't work the way I wanted it to. EW hit the scan late today, like around 2:30 or so, and I love the setup. The ascending volume, the RSI was where I like to see it. We had a level of support here, so I was looking to take this thing, bounce it to the upside, but then I saw how this 9 was ramping in. I saw the 20 ramping in, the VWAP, everything was coming in, even the 200. So I was like, wait a minute, let me go back here and see what's going on. But I'm gonna show you the daily chart. Here it is, the daily chart. Look at where this thing was trading. Look at this gap. Look at this gap down from here to here. I only had to draw one support line here. That's all I had to draw. It didn't make any sense to draw anything else, because I saw this as a potential swing trade immediately. If it lost this level, 190, we got 10 points, down to 90, or almost 11 points. So, of course, this isn't going to do this in one day. It's going to take several days to get here, if it in fact gets here. And this is my target right here. So, if it gets here, this is going to be beautiful. So I went ahead and got in a swing position when it broke through this. I'm looking at this for a bottom reversal, because everything was lining up, but then the price action was telling me something different. The daily chart was telling me something different. So, that's why I took a swing position, and then I turned around and took a day trade position. Well, I took a day trade position first, then I took a swing position. And the day trade position, I was going to see how much fade I can get. I was really expecting more fade than this, And I knew we were gonna have problems when I saw these two. The price action, just started looking funny, and I figured I wouldn't get much. So I knew I wasn't gonna get, the 99.60s or so that I was looking for. So I figured, right under 100 was gonna be, where I took it. But this never didn't even touch 100. So when this candle printed and we were making a new high, I went ahead and, took some off because to, I expected this to possibly retest and then pull back, but it was so late in the day. I was getting ready to leave, and I just went ahead before I cut my platform off, took some profit here, and then left the rest on, and I was gonna close it, you know, right before the market closed, and never did get the fade I was looking for. The only good thing I see is that after market it stayed below this. So in the morning, if it trades below this level and this confirms as a loss of this support, then I'm gonna feel real good about my swing trade. That's really what I'm looking for. So this did give me a couple bucks. It did allow me to make my daily goal at least. I got a little, I got more than my daily goal, but that first trade, I made less than 300 bucks on. And this trade, I made a little bit more. Didn't trade any size on this. I'm still trading small size. Even though I can size up on these, my confidence level is just not where it needs to be. To size up on these higher dollar tickers. Maybe tomorrow morning, if I have a good workout, I may, come into the market with a new attitude. But when you're mentally, when you feel you're in a slump, it's real hard to dig out of it. You really need a good trade, a solid setup to work. And I go into these knowing that 30%, at least 30% of all of the trades I take will fail. They will. It's not that they won't give me what I need; they will fail, and I accept that. But it does get in your mind that when you find a good setup or something you feel is a good setup, you get in and it doesn't work the way you want it to. That gets into your mind. That gets into your psyche, and you start, you know, seeing things differently. You start going back to your beginner mistakes where you take trades off too early, you don't get in, you miss entries. It just, it's very important to stay sharp and to stay focused and to try to trade without these emotions. So, I'm locked in on this potential swing trade. I hope it works out. The setup is beautiful. I love it. And this can make my summer right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, this can make my summer. I'm not gonna let it ruin my summer because I do have a tight stop on it, and I'm not gonna let it run past me tomorrow if it starts to gap and run. I'm not gonna let it go. When I have a swing trade on, I'm up early and I'm watching it to make sure that it's not trading pre-market. I'm gonna try to defend as best I can to keep a handle on these tickers. The other one that I'm still watching, this HON, did trade. It did not push. It's still, it looks to me that it's still trying to form a flag here, and a bear flag here. So I'm still looking for it to lose this 112.86 level. A loss of this, I will be in this for a swing trade. But I'll only be able to play half the size that I want to play because, of the other swing trade I'm in. But still, this is another setup that I'm waiting to develop. And I'm looking to take it short under here. I'm just getting comfortable with, short swings because, you can always lose more money than you have. But when you pick the right stocks and you're playing the right setups and you have the right risk parameters in place, then it you can sleep at night. You may not sleep well, but you can sleep at night. Eventually I'll get more comfortable with these. But if you want to get into swing trading, go through our swing trading course. Jeff does a good job. Even though I haven't really started learning options. I can't say that I'm lazy. I'm just not interested in it right now. But he does a lot of good swing trade lessons, and I'm picking up a lot of things. Obviously I'm making it me to fit me and to fit my personality and to fit my risk parameters. But I'm learning the fundamentals from him, and they're working. So far, they're working in my favor. So that's my take on that. But I hope everybody has a great evening, great night, and I will see you in chat. If you're not there, you need to come join us. We have a lot going on. There's a lot to learn, and everybody's teaching in chat every day. So you're gonna learn. You're gonna hear other people and the mistakes they made. You're gonna be able to learn from them. There's just so much going on in chat that I can't encourage you enough to come join us if you are not with us yet. So those of you who are in chat, I will see you tomorrow bright and early and see if we can nail the market. Oh, I had a couple people ask me. I haven't been showing my the breakdown of my profit chart, but last week was a killer week. It's not the biggest week I've had this year, but it is a killer week. 91. Friday was the man. That's all I can say. Friday was it. Really had a strong Friday, so that really made the week. You can see I'm still averaging about $1,300 to $1,400 a day. My goal is $350. That's the minimum I can make with to make sure that my bills are paid. So that if I can make that, I can have a really slow month, a really slow summer, but as long as I can get $350 a day, I'm gonna be happy. And that's the name of the game. That is the name of the game. So that's it. That's my chart for May. This week is starting out pretty slow. I'm hoping tomorrow we can nail a good one and bring it up a little bit. But if not, that's fine. I mean, if I don't make another dime this month, I'm good. And that's the way you have to look at it. You can't go out and force trades. The trade I took this evening on EW, it wasn't a forced trade. It hit the scan, and I looked at it, and the setup was just beautiful. And the price action was telling me what it wanted to do, and I followed it. Didn't have the follow through I wanted, but for a day trade, but I did make money, and that's what matters. So I'm gonna stop rambling, and That's it for me. Now see you tomorrow in chat.